gonna get here. We're gonna go get 10 back, and we're gonna go out and we're gonna have a good day today. Nothing wrong with that. And nothing wrong with that one. All right, guys, Joel here from Dynamics Bowling and Tim Mack Victory Lane Pro Shop at Woodland Bowl in Indianapolis. Today, we're going to be displaying you guys the new Storm Equinox from Storm. What I've been hearing and what I've been seeing a lot from this ball is it is a big asymmetrical pearl with a little bit weaker cover and gives you a lot more recovery on the lane than your typical ASIM. I mean, ASIM pearls are real strong in their nature, but with this ball, we're going to do a comparison with the Virtual Energy Blackout, which Ray will put the layout somewhere on the screen. So we're going to take it on the lane. We're going to throw a couple of shots. We're going to throw a couple of shots, and we're going to give you guys some thoughts while we're throwing it. And at the end, we're going to give you guys our final thoughts and analysis. Let's go out on the lane and see what they look like. All right, guys, we're out here to throw the Equinox and the Vibo. I just had a couple of lessons on this pair before. We're going to stay on this lane because it's a pretty busy house today. But today we're going to display the new Storm Equinox, made for mostly house conditions and maybe left over a little bit. I threw a couple of shots earlier and all seems to be taking shape pretty well as the transition starts to happen. So we're going to throw a shot with both this and the Vibo, and we're going to compare, and then we're going to give you our final thoughts when we go into the shot. All right, so right now, my feet are on 34. Looking at about 20 at the arrows. See what it looks like. Maybe miss the right a little bit. See when it gets to the friction, it really wants to go. So I'm going to try to stay in the same place, maybe throw it a little bit better on this next shot. Well, hopefully throw it a little bit better this next shot. I'm going to throw it like that guy. Maybe move just one or two left. And maybe just delay it a little bit more. Gonna get it to be there. And then, get it going a little too far forward. But let's throw another one. Oh. We'll give you guys something really a little bit better to go home with, but there you go. A little bit better. Give the ball a little bit more shape. Get the ball to be there. So we're gonna throw the Vibo now. See what that looks like. Pretty composite layout. Yeah. You can see how much more that ball wants to get through the front part of the lane and kind of travel a little bit more, which is good, but it just tells you how much that Vibo is a little bit stronger in its overall shape than the Equinox is because of how much earlier it wants to roll into the lane. So now we're going to throw the Vibo, maybe get it to go through the front a little bit better than the last one, but you can tell how much the Equinox, with a little bit weaker cover, so it'll push to the front a little bit more. So hopefully we can get this to the front and get it to travel a little bit more. So you can see how just overall that ball is just a little bit earlier in its nature because it's a little bit stronger. But let's go through the Equinox again and try to hit that same spot to see what it's going to do. All right, let's start by going back to the Equinox. We're going to get the ball to get it to the spot, feed it there, hopefully throw it a little bit better. Well, that's unfortunate, but I mean, can't do anything about bow 9 pins, so. But I'll take a shot like that, even if, you still want to be able to create enough angularity through the pins so the ball drives through it. But when it floats past the 9 pin that way, it just wants to really hook. And when you can get it to that spot and the ball just really wants to hook and not get too forward, then we're cooking. And we're in a good place with that. Because it's not forced motion. The ball just really wants to drive through the pins. And this pair has been bowled on for a pretty good amount of games. So that's pretty good. All right. You get the 7 pin out of that. So now we're going to go throw the V-bow in that same spot and see what that looks like. Should be a little bit earlier and a little bit more, a little bit smoother through the front than the Equinox. But regardless, still an asymmetrical pearl, so still pretty consistent in its nature for kind of ball that it is. So then we 8-pin on the stuck shot, but we're going to try that one more time. But wow, what a shot. Oh my God. Even if you fall, but directionally you still see the ball go in the spot that you want, you still can do stuff like that and still, but I can't be mad because, fell off of that one a little bit. So let's try to not fall off of this one. Throw a little bit better. Hopefully, we get a little bit better result than a bone 8-pin, but still good nonetheless. That's pretty good. Okay. So a little bit more forward, not as angular as the Equinox is, but that's good. That's what we want because when the front starts to go and the ball isn't getting too forward, you still want a ball that has to deal with transition and still hook in the back part of the lane and still get that 10 out because y'all know we love kicking them 10s out. And we're going to try to chase it a little bit more left and see what that looks like. Continue to throw our hand under it, not force it through that spot. That's pretty good. Okay, a little bit high, but missed it a little bit, but still wants to hook. So, I mean, judging by what I'm seeing, going from the V-bow to the Equinox has its place in the bag for both. You can use both in the bag and they'll do different things. But this Equinox, as they start to transition, seems like as the ball starts to take its shape, it really wants to hook a lot more. So let's throw one more. Hopefully it's a good one. And then we'll get out of here and I'll give you guys my final analysis in the shop. And then we'll sign off for this one. Yeah, it's not like we're going to Greek church or anything. We're just going to get here. We're going to go get 10 back and we're going to go out and we're going to have a good day today. Nothing wrong with that. And nothing wrong with that one. See you guys in a minute. All right, guys, back in the shop here. We threw the Equinox and the V-bow. As you can tell in comparison, the V-bow was a lot stronger in its nature through the front part of the lane. And as we still dealt with some transition, this ball still really wanted to kick. So also what I've read up on is Storm has designed this ball to be a very good ball for your typical house shots that are between 39 and 44 feet. It extends its hook phase a little bit longer, so when the ball gets off the pattern, it really wants to unleash its motion. So what I found is it's not your prototypical big asymmetrical pearl that's going to get really early, but as it stores, it hooks a lot more than a lot of the asym pearls that I've seen in my bag. So this ball is going to be a really big ball inside of a lot of people's bags, I feel like. And if you want to come order one us from Tim Mack Victory Lane Pro Shop and go visit all our socials at Dynamics Bowling, dynamicsbowling.com, DXB on Facebook, Hoodie Bowler 300. And again, come visit us at Tim Mack Victory Lane Pro Shop. And we will see you guys in the next one. Okay, love you. Bye.
Drama.